Think back to when you were in elementary school, or maybe middle school, or even some in high school. There's something that they showed us called the wellness wheel, right? There's different sections in this circle. It's a diagram, and there's different sections that make up the different parts of us and our wellness or our wholeness. This wellness wheel is made up of many different parts, right? We have the physical side of us, we have the spiritual side of us, we have the intellectual side of us, we have the social side of us, we have the financial side of us, and we have the mental and emotional side of us. So as we are taught in health class growing up, this wheel makes up our health. As we are taught that to be fully healthy and to be whole, that we have to work on all these different sections of our overall health, right? Now, if I were to ask you to name something that you can do to improve your physical health, you would give me an answer pretty quick. If I were to ask you what you can do to improve your social health, you would give me an answer pretty quick. If I were to ask you what you can do to improve your financial side, you give me an answer pretty quick without having to think too long. Your spiritual side, you know the answer to that. Your intellectual part of you, you can come up with the solution pretty quick. Now, if I were to ask you what you need to do in order to improve your mental and emotional health, there are some things that you will list off. But those things those things that we go to, those things that we hear all the time, those things that we feel like we need are things like getting enough sleep, having a friend to talk to, meditating, exercise. Now let me ask you, is getting enough sleep, is that an emotional?
Nope.
Or is that actually a physical part of us? Exercise, is that an emotional part of us?
Nope.
Or is that actually a physical thing that we do? Having someone to talk to, is that mental and emotional?
Nope.
Is an outside friend helping us in our minds? Now, indirectly, yeah, but is that not a part of our social wellness and well-being, right? You see what I'm getting at? So if you go through and you make a list of many of the things that you believe or you have been taught to improve your mental and emotional health, there's probably half those things on those lists are actually in another category. And guess what? It's not our fault. It's not your fault, right? It's there's nothing that we could do. There's nothing that we could have done. It is not your fault that this is the case, or what we're being told is not complete. And it's not complete simply because the information is not there. It's not widely known. And that's one of the things that creative journaling will teach you. It'll give you specific exercises, and it'll give you specific answers to that question. What can I do to improve my mental and emotional health? What can I do to improve my anxiety, to lessen my stress? What can I do to improve my relationship with myself? How can I love myself more? How can I become more motivated? Right? So there are a lot of things that becoming a creative journalist entails. And the biggest thing is that it gives us this set of tools. It gives us these resources. It gives us what we need to do in order to directly impact that emotional and mental side of us. My hope for you is that you decide to become a creative journalist. You decide to join the CJEA community. You hit that subscribe button below on this channel, and you follow along, and you join us in being able to take this new way of improving mental health out to the people who need it, to our communities, to our classrooms, to our friends, our family, our neighbors, to our church organizations, that you are a catalyst and you are a means of pushing that movement forward of this truth that there are things that we can do to improve our mental health. I don't have to go take a jog or exercise 20 minutes a day in order to help the memories that I had about my childhood. That the answer to relieving my stress is not in losing weight. We are attacking the problem at its source. That we are here to improve. We are on a mission to improve our mental and emotional health right at its source, right directly into that mental and emotional part of us in our wellness, and that wellness will. That we're not trying to get through it through physical, through social, through spiritual, or through financial or other means. We're going directly to that mental and emotional side of us and dealing with just that, with the added benefit that having a strong mental and emotional health will help us in all the other categories.